Margaret's Place Hospice at St. Joseph's Villa has been a huge undertaking and has proceeded uninterrupted due to the pandemic. Davidson is the president and CEO of St. Joseph's Villa and joins us this morning via Skype for an update. Thanks so much for joining us.
Morning, Bob. How are you?
Good to see you. Great news. There was a huge donation. Could you share with us an anonymous donation?
We've been in campaign for about 2 years now, and when we set a goal of $13 million, that was a pretty daunting task for our board. However, we did what was the right thing to do, and that was to move forward and accept that challenge. Most recently, the Dundas Lions have put us over the top of our $13 million goal, and we couldn't be more happy. The outpouring of generosity and support from this community has really been unbelievable. And as we move forward from the Gift of Love campaign, which was to build the hospice, we're now pivoting to the Gift of Care, which will provide support and care services for when the doors open. And we're looking probably June of 2021.
Okay, yeah, so the Dundas Lions Club, they put out a challenge as well. So there was an anonymous donor from Dundas who contributed $100,000. Amazing.
Generosity from this community. I'm amazed every day. Every time I come into the office, there seems to be new amazing. So the Dundas Lions did. They put $500,000 into the project, which was over the top. And they also put a challenge out to the community to collectively match that $500,000 towards the care fund. And we got off to a great start with Doug and June Barber earlier maybe in fact in September, with a large gift. And this is the second major gift towards that Gift of Care. And I can tell you the campaign is going wonderful. And again, support comes from all corners of this community, and we hope that will continue moving into the future.
Well, the need is so important. Let's talk about, first of all, what the role that a hospice plays and what makes Margaret's Place special when it opens.
Well, hospice care is about caring for those with a life-limiting diagnosis, and that is in the last days or weeks of their life. And beyond caring for the patient, it's also about caring for the entire family. And whether that is a spiritual or holistic approach to our care, and it's providing that care in a setting that is tranquil, serene, and beautiful. And I can tell you, Margaret's Place Hospice, it sits on the edge of Spring Creek Ravine. And I don't think there's a more beautiful site in all of Dundas, if not all of Hamilton, for a place like this, where families can actually sit, they can hear the birds chirping, the deer come up to the doorstep of every room. It's going to be one of those places that when you walk in the room or when you walk in the building for the first time, you feel like you're at home. And that's the type of environment we wanted to create. Sadly, for the patient who's being diagnosed, this is going to be their last home. So it's very important for us that happy memories are made with them and their family during that time. And we strongly believe Margaret's Place will be that place. And it's going to be such a huge benefit to this community because the need is so great. There's not enough beds or hospice beds in our community. And even when
I wanted to ask you about that. How many beds will there be at Margaret's Place, and what is the criteria for getting in? Because obviously the demand is greater than the beds available.
Yeah, most hospices around 10 beds, and ours will be the same. And the reason there's not more than that is that the environment is supposed to be very home-like and feel like a home setting. When you're diagnosed with a life-limiting illness, you have to be within 3 months or so of death. And you will be referred by your family physician to the facility.
Okay.
However, Bob, is that the care doesn't begin when they come in the doors. The care actually begins with diagnosis. We will have an outreach team who will go into the community to help support patients and their families upon diagnosis. And really, it'll prepare them for coming to a hospice environment when that day comes.
Well, the vision looks beautiful, and we look forward to its completion, and we'll link up your website at chch.com so people can follow its progress. Davidson, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you to the entire community for the support. We couldn't